Give it a huge round of applause for Tom Wilmot, everybody! Now, Tom is a development director at Capital and Centric, a property development and regeneration specialist with over £450 million of projects under construction. Tom has worked in the property sector for the last 9 years and has a real passion for good architecture, design, and also exploring its effects on human behaviour. The speech entitled Architecture for the People. It's Tom Wilmot, everybody!
I woke up to the sound of a car alarm, so I went downstairs to check if it was mine. It wasn't, it was the car across the street that had been broken into. However, I found that my bike had been stolen. I stood in the doorway of my house and looked out onto the street for a few moments and sensed something was wrong. It was 8:30 on a weekday morning and it was a ghost town. The streets were deserted. It was then when it dawned on me that nobody on the estate had a job, the kids weren't going to school, and generally there was no community. I then began to feel angry, but my anger wasn't directed at the kid who stole my bike or the guy who'd broken into the car. It was aimed at the property developer who'd built the estate, at the architect who designed it, at the local authority who sanctioned it. Property developers and architects have got a great opportunity to shape people's lives and truly make a difference. The flip side of that, however, is we've got a big responsibility because whatever we do is around for such a long time and it affects the lives of so many. Whether we like it or not, many systematic challenges like urbanisation, climate change and social inequality all inadvertently fall at the feet of property developers and architects. I say inadvertently because I'm not sure professionals such as myself should be tasked or expected to be tasked with dealing with these challenges. But the fact of the matter is, architecture is one of the fundamental influences of shaping human behaviour, social interaction and culture. Now, when we go through the process of designing a building, a process which takes years, we consider a whole host of things. How much a building is going to cost, what the structural solution should be, how the building perform electronically and mechanically, what it'll be worth at the end. But when we're going through this process, we rarely stop to consider how it's going to influence human behaviour or how a building should be designed to allow people to thrive, which seems wrong, really, particularly when the sole purpose of a building is often to accommodate people. So we need to challenge this. A staggering statistic for you, ladies and gentlemen, the average Brit spends 90% of their time indoors, which equates to 53 years of the average person's life. The average person in this room spends 53 years of your life indoors. Okay, there's a whole host of information on the internet telling us how much we need to sleep, what we should be eating, what we should be doing to help ourselves relax or stimulate ourselves. But there's surprisingly little information telling us what environments we thrive in or how we should be designing a home to allow for a happy family life or how we should be designing a workplace to allow for a productive and happy workforce. And we need to challenge this. Now, scientists have proven that people want to stimulate their senses, and this stimulation is achieved through varying environmental conditions. Yet the artificial environments we've created, like the black box factories of no windows, or the high-rise office buildings with fixed control aircon and lighting environments that don't fluctuate during the day, or even recently the apartment buildings that are going up that don't have openable windows. Now, the question we should be asking ourselves are what are the perfect environments to encourage creativity and nurture innovation? Whether this is designing buildings to be flooded with natural light or bringing the outdoors in and having plants and living walls inside to satisfy the human innate tendency to seek connections of nature, or even just spatially planning a building to encourage people to move more and be more active and socially interact. Now, you don't need to be a property developer or an architect to have a view on this or even get involved. You're all interior designers. That's right, every single one of you is an interior designer. You all have a home that you can do whatever you want with. So go on Pinterest and take some inspiration for what you should be doing with your home. Speak to employers about how your working environments could be altered to get more out of yourself and your colleagues. Attend public consultation events for developments that are going up in your area and give your view. You all have the ability to shape your environment, to take that opportunity. Architecture isn't just about making buildings. It's about solving problems and creating new conditions. We just need to put people at the centre of that architecture. Build for people, develop cities for people, create inspiring places for people. Thank you.